Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today's Bhagavatam class. So we're gonna start with some. Where is the newcomer?
Did anyone invite him?
No, like Raj is here, so I don't know either he knows or not. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna start with recitation mantras. Everyone together. First, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 O my Lord, ultimate personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Narayanam namaskrucha naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayat udirayet. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Naranarayana Rishi, the supremest human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva, the other. Nashta praeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishkiti. By regular attendances in the classes of the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the body, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving services unto the personality of Godhead, who is guided with the transcendental songs, he is established an irrevocable fact. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Aniltam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Thank you very much. So today we are reciting from the Canto 8, Chapter 12, text 1 to 10. Okay. Chapter 12, yes. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, chapter 12. The Mohini Murti incarnation bewails the Lord Shiva.
So would you like to give some context? This is stuff.
Okay. So I think Vishaka Prabhu, would you like to give some context? Context. Andrix Prabhu.
So, where to start from? Lord Indra.
Sorry.
Like the chapter.
Which chapter?
I mean like the entire canto, because newcomers is the...
So in the previous chapter we learned that how Bali Maharaj was so learned, and as a matter of duty he was acting as a leader of Daityas, Asuras, and whatever results were there he wasn't affected by it. When it was defeat, he accepted it as Krishna's will. And so it all started where Indra unintentionally disrespected Rasa Muni, and because of that he lost all the opulences, and that's where Asuras overpowered them. To conquer them he needed help of Lord Vishnu, who asked Lord Brahma to do the churning of the milk of ocean. And with the help of Asuras, demigods, they did churn the ocean, and out of that a lot of things came out. And Mohini Murti, when the nectar came out, Asuras, they snatched the nectar, and they were fighting among themselves just to who gets it. That's where Mohini Murti, that's where Lord takes the roop of Mohini Murti and somewhere tries to deceive them and give the nectar to demigods.
Yeah. So, because you are new to here, so we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedas. Okay. To talk about Srimad Bhagavatam is like not one day is enough. 2 days are not enough. Like we can keep on glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, it's like the ripened fruit of like the entire tree. To, for example, if you want to for example, like to get the fruit, you have to. It's take long process, 10 years to tree become big and to get the fruit and to get that result. That's why instead of reading all the Vedas, the main objective, the ripened fruit of all the Vedas is Srimad Bhagavatam. So it talks about the Krishna's glorification, the God's glorification. So it's a combination of 12 cantos. Now we are in the 8th canto. We, each and every ISKCON, every place in the ISKCON, we follow the systematic study of Srimad Bhagavatam and every day. Okay. So now we are in the canto 8. So in the 12th chapter. Okay. The context was given by Prabhu. So I am continuing from there. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Moni, would you like to open? Yeah. Text 1. Would you like to read, Prabhu?
Shukdev Goswami said, the personality of Godhead in the form of woman captivated the demons and enabled the demigods to drink the nectar. After hearing of this pastime, Lord Shiva, who is carried by a bull, went to the place where Madhusudan the Lord resides. Accompanied by his wife Uma and surrounded by his companions, the ghost Lord Shiva went there to see the Lord's form as a woman.
Okay. So we follow the system of like one this side, one that side.
So text 3, I have to read the text 3. One. The Supreme Personality of Godhead welcomed Lord Shiva and Uma with a great respect. And after being seated comfortably, Lord Shiva duly worshipped the Lord and smilingly spoke as follows.
Lord Mahadev said, O chief demigod, among the demigods, O all-pervading Lord, Master of the universe, by your energy you are transformed into the creation. You are the root and efficient cause of everything. You are not material. Indeed, you are the super soul or supreme living force of everything. Therefore, you are Parmeshwara, the supreme controller of all controllers.
The manifest, the unmanifest, false ego and the beginning, maintenance and annihilation of this cosmic manifestation all come from you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But because you are the Absolute Truth, the Supreme Absolute Spirit Soul, the Supreme Brahman, such changes as birth, death, sustenance do not exist in you.
Yes. And Prabhu? Pure devotees are great saintly persons who desire to achieve the highest goal in life and who are completely free from all material desires for sense gratification, engage constantly in the transcendental service of your lotus feet.
My Lord, you are the Supreme Brahman, complete in everything. Being completely spiritual, you are eternal, free from the material modes of nature, and full of transcendental bliss. Indeed, for you there is no question of lamentation. Since you are the supreme cause, the causes of all causes, nothing can exist without you. Yet we are different from you in a relationship of cause and effect. For you, in one sense, the cause and effect are different. You are the original cause of creation, manifestation, and annihilation. And you bestow benedictions upon all living entities. Everyone depends upon you for the results of his activities, but you are always independent.
My dear Lord, your Lordship alone is the cause and the effect. Therefore, although you appear to be two, you are the absolute one. As there is no difference between the gold of a golden ornament and the gold in a mine, there is no difference between cause and effect. Both of them are the same. Only because of ignorance do people concoct differences and dualities. You are free from material contamination, and since the entire cosmos is caused by you and cannot exist without you, it is an effect of your transcendental qualities. Thus, the conception that Brahman is true and the world is false cannot be maintained.
Text 9. Those who are known as impersonalist Vedantis regard you as impersonal Brahman. Others know you as Mimiksha, Mimamshaka followers regard you as legion. The Sankhya philosophers regard you as transcendental person who is beyond Prakriti and Purusha, and who is the controller of even the demigods. The followers of codes of devotional service, known as Pancharatra, regard you as being endowed with 9 different potencies, and the Patanjala philosophers, the followers of Patanjali Muni, regard you as supreme independent personality of Godhead, who has no equal or superior.
Text 10. O my Lord, I, who am considered to be the best of the demigods, and Lord Brahma and the great races headed by Maharishi are born of the mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusory energy and cannot understand what this creation is. Aside from us, what is to be said of others like demons and human beings who are in base modes of material nature? How will they know it?
Okay. So could you please open text 10?
Text. That's it?
Yeah. So, everyone please repeat me. I will read. Naham Parayur Rishyo Na Marichi Mukya Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalau Sattva Sargaha and Mayaya Mushtita Chetasa Isha Daitya Machanjaha Kim Uta Saswat Abhadra Vrittaha. Who knows meter for this? Abhinav, yes.
Naham Prayurushayo Namarichi Mukhya Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalu Sattva Sargaha
Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalu Sattva Sargaha
Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Kimuta Shashvada Bhadra Vritta
Machadaya Kimuta Shashvada Vritta. Would you like to start?
Naham Parayur Rishyo Namarichi Mukhya
Naham Parayur Rishyo Namarichi Mukhya. Try.
Well, I would pronounce it really.
That's okay, try.
Okay, the Jananti Yad Katam Virakatam Kalu Sattva Sarga
Virakatam Kalu Sattva Sarga Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Matadaya Kimuta Swad Abhadra Vrittaha
Machadaya Kimuta Saswada Bhadra Vritta.
Naham Parayurasayo Namarichi Mukhya
Naham Parayurasano Namarichi Mukhya
Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalu Sattva Sargaha
Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalu Sattva Sarga
Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Martyadaya Kimuta Shashvada Bhadra Vritta
Machadaya Kimuta Saswata Abhadra Vritta.
Naham Parayurasayo Namarichi Mukhya
Naham Parayurasano Namarichi Mukhya
Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalu Sattva Sarga
Jananti Yad Virachitam Kalu Sattva Sarga
Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Yanmayaya Mushita Chetasa Isha Daitya
Matadaya Kimuta Shashvada Bhadra Vritta
Matadaya Kimuta Saswada Bhadra Vritta.
Naham Prayurushayo Namarichi
Naham parayurashayo namarichi mukhya.
Jananti yad virachitam khalu sattva sarga.
Jananti yad virachitam khalu sattva sarga.
Yes.
Try.
Yanmayam Musita Sitsatsa Itsarta Ita
Maya musita ekasayisha daitya.
Martya daya ki puta shashvat abhadra vritta.
Martandaya kimuta saswata bhadra vritta.
Naham prayorishayana mukhya.
Naham parayurashayo marichi mukhya.
Janandiyad virichitam kalau shatva
Maya musita cetasayisha.
Naham prayurasyo namarichin. Naham prayurasyo namarichin mukhya.
Naham parayurashayo marichi mukhya. Jananti yad virachitam kalo sarva sarga. Yanmaya musita cetasayisha daitya. Martandaya kimuta svata bhadra vritta. Okay, so now means word to word. Everyone together. Na, neither. Aham, I. Parayu, the property of God. Millions of years.
Lord Brahma, Rashaya, the seven mysteries of the seven planets.
Na, not. Marichi Mukhya, headed by Marichi Rishi. Jananti, no. Yet, by whom the Supreme Lord. Virachitam, this universe which has been created. Kala, indeed. Sattva Sargaha, although born in the mode of material goodness. Yat Mayaya, by the influence of the Nishita, Isha, oh my Lord, Mata, the human beings. Kim Uta, what to speak of, Saswat, always, Abadha Vritta, influenced by the base quality of material beings. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. So, translation everyone together? Oh my Lord, who will consider to the best of the demigods and Lord Brahma in the great rishis headed by Maharishi and born in the mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusional energy and I cannot understand what is this creation is. Aside from us, what is said to be
Like the demons and human beings, who are the base modes of material nature. How will they know you?
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Wait, we are not reading purport right now. We will go one by one. Okay. So if you see purport, if you see translation, the translation is ended with "How will they know you?" So today we're going to focus on this particular topic: how one will know Krishna or the Supreme Authority. Okay. So like, how can we know him? Does anyone know how can we know Krishna? Yes.
Executing devotional service.
Devotional service, yes, 100%. Yeah.
Hearing about him.
Hearing about him, yeah, there are 9 processes. Yes.
By hearing from someone who knows Krishna.
Yeah, yeah.
Bhakti yoga.
Bhakti yoga is a devotional service.
Bhakti Academy.
Okay, that's good. So today there is so many opportunities. Okay, I'm gonna. It's already just 30 minutes left. I would like to cover everything. Okay, so I may skip some of you when you raise your hand. Please, sorry for that. Okay, so here, if you focus one thing, Lord Shiva himself, who is in pure mode of goodness, he is saying that I am unable to understand you. Okay, and he is saying that what about us, who is born in the mode of passion and ignorance? Okay, and like it's very difficult to know Krishna, especially when we are in these modes, and even Lord Shiva is unable to understand when he is very close to Krishna and is always there with him on service, under his service all the time. So we're gonna go to purport, line by line. First line.
Factually speaking, even those who are situated in the material mode of goodness cannot understand the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes. Okay. Here, the mode of goodness. Okay. So sattva guna. In this material world, every day, like if you see this sattvic gun is nowadays is very popular outside. Like if you see, there are so many vegan restaurants, so many ways they are recommending in the sattvic lifestyle. Okay, then what is the use of going to sattvic if we are unable to get Krishna?
Sattvic is material life, right?
Yeah, sattvic in material life, yes. What is the use of sattvic? Even Lord Shiva says that even mode of goodness, we cannot get Krishna. Yes?
It's a prerequisite.
It's a prerequisite for what? To get Krishna?
To get to know Krishna.
To get to know Krishna.
You can't approach him if you're too passionate and too much in ignorance.
Okay.
But through mode of goodness, that's the last stage when you can transcend the material modes of nature and get to know Krishna and be situated in pure mode of goodness.
Yes, 100%. That's a nice answer. Yes. Okay. What is the next line? Would you like to read?
Yes. What then is to be said of those who are situated in Rajoguna and Tamoguna, the base qualities of material nature?
Here the Prabhupada says the base qualities of material nature. We are naturally born in these material natures, like Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Like our lower species, the most are in Tamoguna, and we are mixer from Rajoguna and Tamoguna, mode of passion and mode of ignorance. Okay. So, who would like to go for next line? Yes?
How can we imagine the Supreme Personality of God?
Yeah. So, how can we imagine Supreme Personality of Godhead? So, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, like, though he pervaded, like, he is there all the places, everywhere. So, and every place and everyone, he is there with everyone. But we are unable to understand him. We are unable to see him, right? So, how can we know, like, how can he manifest in front of us? Yes?
By the eyes of scriptures.
Eyes of scriptures, yes.
In the form of deity, Prashadam.
How he manifests in front of us.
When we're chanting the holy name, the name of the Lord is also known different. So.
Okay, yeah, that is, yes.
By just knowing that everybody is one.
Everybody is
one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Only with the mercy of a pure devotee.
Yes, I say of pure devotee. Yeah, yeah.
In the form of God, Guru.
100%. Okay, who would like to go for next slide?
There are so many philosophers trying to understand the absolute truth, but since they're situated in the base qualities of material nature and are addicted to so many bad habits like drinking, meat eating, illicit sex, and gambling, how can they conceive of the Supreme Personality of Godhead?
Very nice statement. So, if you see, the statement says like, we all are here for happiness, something another way, right? Every day we are looking for happiness in different places. So, what are the 4 kinds of people who approach Krishna? Rohan Prabhu.
People who are inquisitive.
Inquisitive. Why they are inquisitive?
For knowledge, for knowing the absolute truth.
Why? Why they want to know knowledge? What is the ultimate like? I think
That's the ultimate goal of life, to know the absolute truth.
like all the inquisitive people is looking with the same motto?
No.
No? And they want to know for the happiness. They want to become famous or they want to do something with that knowledge. So they want to be happy at the end. Okay, what is the second?
Ali is inquisitive.
Yeah. Right. Okay, yes?
Distressed as well. That's another person.
Yeah. Distressed people, they go through a lot in their own life and they're looking for some happiness in their life, something another way. That's why they come here to reach Krishna. And what is the third point?
Arthati who needs some material gain.
Material gain is just for happiness. Again, like material happiness is
Wise.
huh?
Wise.
Wise. Is it?
Intelligent. Yeah.
Okay. I mean like sorry. So I mean like yes. Yeah. So if you see all these people, they are looking for happiness, but actually in the wrong place in this material world, where like the mode of ignorance and passion is very high. They are looking for happiness here. Like whatever we are getting happiness in this material world is temporary. We all know that. And actually the happiness is not there outside. Okay, just imagine like if someone wants to go US and they feel happy there. But on the other side, if you see me, I don't want to go US because I don't like it. It's not happiness for me. Actually, the happiness not there in any other object or any other place. It's an individual. They are trying to achieve it by particular object or particular going to particular place or through some person. But they are feeling, they are reflecting to that particular object as a happiness. But the happiness is inside. If that particular object is happiness, then everyone should feel happy by going US. It's not correct. The statement is wrong. That means definitely the happiness is inside us and we are reflecting to that particular object. But only one person who is all happiness. We all know who it is. Krishna. Okay. If you reach Krishna, everyone will be happy. There is no sadness. There is no anxiety. There is nothing. Everything is so blissful and like you will be so happy. So that's why we have to stop looking for happiness outside in this material world. And we have to look for something beyond that. That is just come through
Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga. Nice. Nice. So in Bhagavad Gita, so the happiness in mode of passion and happiness in mode of ignorance is stated in one of the slokas. Who knows it?
You.
No one knows it. It's a very famous statement. Like something which combined with nectar and poison. Yes.
I know the translation.
That's okay. Whatever you know, let me.
Happiness in the mode of passion is happiness in the end and distress in the nectar in the beginning and poison in the end.
Yes.
Happiness in the mode of ignorance is poison in the beginning, poison in the end.
Yes.
Happiness in the mode of goodness is poison in the beginning and happiness at the end.
Yes. It's a very powerful statement. So in the mode of passion, so the nectar, happiness is nectar in the beginning, and we all are trying happiness in this material world by achieving something. You may feel happy right now by achieving it, but eventually at the end it's gonna be poison. It's gonna give a lot of stress and anxiety. Okay, so it's very powerful statement. That's why we have to think like what mode of state that we have to be, and we have to act on daily basis. Okay, so if you are looking like that, something is going with me. Please. Okay, so who would like to go with next statement? Yes, Prabhu.
For them it is impossible.
For them it is impossible. Yes. Yes. Yes, you all are laughing, but it's really very powerful statement. Very, very powerful statement. The people who are in mode of passion and ignorance, and we, that is nothing but we. We born in mode of passion and ignorance. And for us, achieving Krishna is impossible. It's not easy. Whatever level you try, it's very, very difficult in this human. In this human, but especially like until you transcend this nature, modes of nature, you cannot achieve Krishna. You have to go beyond these modes of nature. Then only it's possible. So, Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, so I don't manifest myself in front of everybody. I myself hidden, keeps hidden myself under Yogamaya, my internal potency. So, who knows sloka for this? It's also famous verse. Yogamaya samavuttate. In that statement, in that sloka, Prabhupada mentions Muda, rascals, foolish people.
No, that's not it.
Yes? Yes. Yes, yeah, wait, please, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृता मूढोऽयं नाभिजानन्ति लोको माम् अयमव्ययम्.
No translation?
नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य, I am not visible.
Manifest.
Yeah, manifest. Anywhere, नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृता. Yogamaya keeps me hidden. मूढ़ो लोकमाया समावृता. नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य लोकमाया समावृता. मूढ़ोऽयं नाभिजानन्ति लोको माम्. मूढ़ोऽयं नाभिजानन्ति. Foolish people cannot know me or don't know me. मूढ़ोऽयं नाभिजानन्ति लोको माम् ajam avayam. I am known as Ajam, who is unborn, Avayam, who is never exhausting, but foolish people cannot know me.
Yes. So, when I am taking Bhakti Sastri recitation test, the only one person that I like is Sadhak. Why? Because it's not about bias. The way he remember is through sloka. So, remaining all, they are somehow by-hearted. They didn't like follow the sloka, but like reciting sloka and taking is not like completely accurate, whatever he said, but he is trying to tell the explanation through sloka. That is very few people does that. So that's really nice. The way we need to remember slokas and translations by like that, by understanding word to word meaning.
Can I speak?
Yes, yes.
There's one more shlok in Bhagavad Gita. I'll speak in English. Fools, that Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, fools deride me when I transcend into the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they don't know my real nature of Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah.
Is it
Yes.
what he said?
Yes.
That's what he said, and that's what he portrayed to us, that in ignorance, people won't recognize me because they're not aware of Krishna consciousness and even not aware of Krishna's personality.
Yes.
Which touched my heart, and I said, wow, that's amazing.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, who would like to read next? Himanshu Prabhu.
Wait.
Hashtag.
For the present day, the Pancharatriki Vidhi as enunciated by Narad Muni is the only hope. Srila Jiva Goswami therefore has quoted the following words from the Brahma Yamala. Shri Sri Pancharatra Vidhim Vina Aikanti Hari Bhakti Upatayate.
Yes. Continue.
Devotional service of the Lord that ignores the authorized Vedic literatures, Vedic Upanishads, Purans, and Narada Panchatattva is simply as unnecessary disturbance to society. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.101. Those who are very advanced in knowledge and are situated in the mode of business follow the Vedic instructions of the Shruti and Smriti and other religious scriptures, including the Pancharatriki Vidhi, without understanding the Supreme Personality.
Thank you. So earlier we discussed about like the mudas and like the people who is ignorant. Okay, it's very difficult for them to understand the God. Okay, and like now what is the recommendation for it to understand the God, to know the God? So that is the continuation statement that you can understand is connected with the whole statement. Here Prabhupada says that Pancharatrika Vidhi, which is recited by Narada Muni, and as well as Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami is also quoted in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion. So here, how many of you know like what is Pancharatrika Vidhi? We all are following it. We all are following it. There are, yes?
Deity worship?
100%. 100% deity worship along with few instructions. This Pancharatrika Vidhi is like kind of like there is 108 Pancharatrika Vidhis by different authors. And we are talking about the Narada because who is in our disciple session. Okay. So in this he talks about each Pancharatrika Vidhi, he talks about 5 things, 5 points. Those 5 points is the daily that we are doing. Waking up early in the morning, getting ready and wearing new clothes and paying obeisances to the Guru and paying obeisances to the all the deities. And after that, second thing is like mantra meditation. And third thing, gathering all the necessary items to do puja. And fourth thing is having the personal Shravanam Kirtanam. And fifth thing is like having sadhu sangha and having all the people close by. This is what is Pancharatrika Vidhi. I will share more details in our group, so you will know more about it. So this is already we are following it. Okay. So Prabhupada is saying that this is the recommendation. This is how we can know the Krishna. Okay. So by doing this, so we will just like elevate from this modes of material nature and we'll go to Suddha Sattva in one day. If you practice this particular thing in lifelong, one day you will reach in a level of Suddha Sattva and you will transcend these material natures. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says, he will be manifest himself, the people who transcend these 3 modes of material nature. Who knows that sloka? Yes.
That's Devi Yesha Gunavai, Mama Maya Duratya, Mami Prapadyate, Maya.
So what is the third line?
Mam Eva Eva.
Third line.
Third line? Third line of Krishna. Devi Yesha Gunavai, Mama Maya Duratya.
Sa.
Mame Vaya Prapadyate.
Maya Medam. Maya Medam. Isn't that it?
Yeah, that's true. So I'm just asking like there is one place where is Bhakti Yogena Sevate, something it will come. Is 4th line or 3rd?
Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samatityedan.
Is it 3rd line or 4th line?
That's a different shloka. So Mam Chayo Vyabhicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samatityedan Sagunan Samatityedan Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. That's a different shloka.
Actually I am talking about this shloka. Okay. I was just thinking like when you said that I'm trying to like remember. So here Bhakti Yoga na Sevate. Like through Bhakti Yoga, so you can achieve only this, you can transcend this material nature. That's what mentioned. Yeah. So one who is engages in the full devotional service and failing in all circumstances, at once transcend the modes of material nature and thus come to level of Brahman. Okay, that person will know Krishna. So this is the statement like where Shiva is asking, Lord Shiva is asking for the purpose to make you understand how to achieve, how to know Krishna. Okay, Krishna himself answered for this question. Okay, so let's go to next line. Would like to? Would like to read? Okay, Monil Prabhu.
Without understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this way, one only creates a disturbance.
Yeah, continue.
In this age of Kali, so many gurus have sprung up, and because they do not refer to this Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, Pancharatrika Vidhi, we are creating a great trouble in the world in regard to understanding the absolute truth.
Yes. So if you see, before Srila Prabhupada comes to Western world, there are so many gurus, they visited Western place with a different motive. They might have come here to teach Shastras, but after they came here, they actually changed their plan or they change it there, like because they may not achieve. Some people ended up giving the exercise yoga, like hatha yoga, to the people. And if you go to, like, we all went to Ottawa. There, if you see very big temples where we stay, unlike this, that is yoga center. Quebec. Okay, so Vaishnava Sangha, right? Yeah, Quebec. So if you see, so many gurus they visited, even India also, but because of they don't have particular knowledge of the sastras, they ended up getting followers. They ended up creating different ashrams. They ended up creating different business. And do you know anyone who established our scriptures in Western world before Srila Prabhupada? If anyone, like, at least they tried.
Who stopped this whole things going on, which is they're creating in the name of Bhagavad Gita, they're creating their own businesses, own ashrams.
It's not stopped. Who actually established the actual as it is?
So established or stopped?
Established.
Okay, established.
Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Here in the Western world.
Yeah, McMaster University, he sent his literature, which is still being taught.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like, he didn't physically come, but that was like the seed.
Yeah. Yeah, and so many other gurus actually they became philosophers, and they started teaching the lifestyle from our sastras, but not touching our sastras. Like they started teaching lifestyle. That is the problem when. That's why Prabhupada says so many gurus they came, and they are actually like creating a lot of disturbance. To teach them, like if the first person who came here, if teach them properly what is yoga, what is bhakti yoga, if they established Krishna in this world, the situation might be different. Now if you see so many people, they attracted here only for the physical yoga, not to bhakti yoga. Because like their minds are motivated in such a way. Yes.
Srila Prabhupada was also mentioning this on the previous day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, that a lot of gurus try to came here, and I saw them. I was hearing their news that whenever they will come, they will come with these regulative principles of no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, but they will see that
it's not possible
here. Then they will somehow mold it, and then they will be kicked out. And he also mentioned one of his godbrothers came here and he tried. One of the foreigners said that I want to be a Brahmana. So he said, okay, you want to follow these 4 regulative principles, and he immediately said impossible. So he said he was being very humble. He said that, but by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, I also thought that by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, when I came here and I preached these regulative principles, you boys, you girls, you took it full heart.
Yeah.
Full heart. So yeah, he was building his Guru Maharaj.
That is the next connection point in this purport. Who would like to read next? Dinal.
However, those who follow the Panchratra Vidhi under the guidance of a proper spiritual master can understand the absolute truth. It is said, Pancharatrasya Kritsnasya Bhakta tu Bhagavan Swayam. The Panchratra system is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like Bhagavad Gita. Vasudeva Sharana, Vidur Agyasaiva. The truth can be understood only by one who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Vasudeva.
Nice. You can continue reading.
After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Bhagavad Gita 7:19. Only those who have surrendered to the lotus feet of Vasudeva can understand the absolute truth. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Jnanam By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world.
Yeah.
Therefore, Vasudeva, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, personally teaches in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva-dharma parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. One can understand the Supreme Personality as He is only by devotional service. Bhagavad Gita 18:55. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not properly understood even by Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma. What to speak of others? But He can be understood by the process of Bhakti Yoga. Maya Sarta Manavarta Yogam Yudhanmadashraya Asamshayam Samabrahmam Yadajnasya. If one practices Bhakti Yoga by taking shelter of Vasudeva, Krishna, simply by hearing Vasudeva speak about himself, one can understand everything about him. Indeed, one can understand him completely. Samagra.
Okay. If you see Sloka, first he started with question, how can we know Krishna? And eventually we talked about some problem statement. The gurus sprung up and like they did something, and actually we have to follow some system. And after that, the Sloka is getting ended with, the purport is ending with Bhakti Yoga. All these slokas that you read is regarding the Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga is the only way to achieve Krishna, only way to know Krishna. There is no other process. There is no other process at all. This is the only way. This sloka is the very important sloka, and like this is the sloka where Prabhupada like had so many lectures on this sloka. So many lectures. In this sloka, my means unto, ashakta means unto attachment. Be attached to me. Krishna is saying, attached to me. How exactly that attachment will come? By hearing. Yeah, by hearing Takshuru. By hearing. That is the first major thing. Okay. So by hearing, there are 9 devotional processes. There is a process to do the devotional service. So the first one is hearing. That is mentioned here, Takshuru. How exactly we will have an attachment, even if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or anyone, like how exactly you will have attachment with them?
By hearing about them, when they're telling us about themselves, or maybe going into the topics, what they did in the past, or meaning their pastimes.
Yeah, thinking about them all the time.
Yes.
Okay, so here in the material world, when we are thinking about someone whom beloved, okay, and why don't we do it in devotional service? Why don't we think about Krishna all the time, which is all useful, which is all like beneficial? Okay, that Prabhupada mentions here. So we have to take shelter of the Krishna each and every time to do the Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so yeah, so hearing, chanting, remembering, and serving the Lord's lotus feet and deity worship, and praying and executing orders and serving as a friend and complete surrender. So this is the process. So we are here somewhere like in this process, like doing something, and there is some other process also. There is 6 limbs of surrender that Sanatana Goswami mentioned in one of our books. So please go through it. This is also very important. So okay. So I'm gonna end this here because it's already 8:30. So any questions? Any reflections?
Question.
Okay, please.
So you said Narada Muni is a disciple of Lord
Yes.
Krishna. But when we read Bhagavatam Sunday, so in the second chapter in Bhagavatam, in the incarnation part, so there is one sloka, it says like Narada Muni is also incarnation of Krishna.
Yes.
So how he's a disciple or incarnation?
He's Shakti Vaishya avatar.
Yeah, he's Shakti Vaishya
Avatar of Krishna.
Yeah, which is not. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, please.
I don't know. I mean, the way you're asking the question, it's hard for me to say yes or no. But my understanding is he's the disciple of Srila Vyasadeva, who is definitely an incarnation of Krishna. But Narada is a Shakti Vaishavatar, like very empowered.
Krishna sends his associate, he incarnate himself, he empower them to teach to the general people. Okay, so now Krishna himself says the knowledge that was each and everyone has is because of Krishna. Krishna empowered them. It's a Shakti Vaishavatar. It's nothing but like that Shakti came because of Krishna. Okay, so you can see in such a way. It's Krishna himself.
But you remember, that's nice.
Just wanted to add on, even Mahaprabhu has his guru and Krishna has his guru.
No.
So it's not like Krishna cannot, it's just because they are teaching us that the knowledge is always coming from one bona fide succession.
But she's asking either he is Krishna or not. Okay, it's not about Guru. Yeah.
So if you're asking in that sense, then there are two types. One is Vishnu Tattva and one is Jeev Tattva. So Narad Muni comes in Jeev
Tattva.
So he's actually not Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva is Krishna himself, but Jeev Tattva is different from Krishna.
Antriksh Prabhu.
Yes. You mentioned about yoga and then other yogas and bhakti yoga.
Yeah.
So other yogas have certain conditions before you do them. Yeah, I mean those jab, tap, yat, hat in yoga. They would ask you to follow certain things, and then only you can, after doing all those things for a long time, you could be somewhere exist on those paths. But in Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti accepts you as you are, and when you gradually, it's like, as they say, Bhakti is like a mother. No matter how dirty you are, the mother would accept you and then clean you nicely, then decorate you nicely and make you so pure and serve you to the Lord. The same way Bhakti does it with us. We don't have to force ourselves, we just have to stick to it, and automatically before we realize we are something else.
Yes. Any other question? Thank you for that.
One reflection, we were talking about Srila Bhaktivinoda Maharaj. He sent his book here in Medical University, because I always remember that somebody told me, or I heard somewhere that it was that the date was 1896 when he sent the, yeah, I know.
That's very old. Yeah.
It was 1896, and the same day Srila Prabhupada was born.
Oh.
It was like,
That's the same. Right. Thank you. One last, yeah.
Last thing, I was reading a very famous yogi's book, and they have a good establishment in foreign countries too. So in that book it was mentioned that the yogi happened to see Krishna, but again, the way he saw Krishna, there was no devotion in that.
Yes.
And when you see Krishna with devotion, it's called different.
Maybe I think it's Vishnu. I don't think he may directly see Krishna, I think it's Vishnu.
Yeah, you can see. Yesterday too, I was reading something about Lord Chaitanya, and there was a very nice devotee of Lord Chaitanya. So he just appeared and then just like didn't even give a proper darshan. So this devotee went so desperate that like, please come in front of me. You just appeared. That means like you are appearing. And the Lord Chaitanya said, you're still not yet qualified. So now, even though the devotee was so nice, everything was good, but still, he wasn't considered qualified. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not appearing in front of a devotee who's already on the path. So what to say? Yeah, Krishna may not. But at the same time, Krishna appears to people like Duryodhana and, someone who is in. So yeah, I think Krishna is just, he decides his own things. He doesn't tell us.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you very much. Let's.